So we were discussing yesterday that how emotional intelligence should be, how it manifests, and what exactly is emotional intelligence. So we will just first read some things from what Vidra has to um, say to Maitreya. Now, till now, Prajni he was given instructions by Narada Muni, and as soon as he finishes instructions, King Prachini Barshit, he also leaves home, giving some instructions to his children. When Vidra inquired from Maitreya Brahmana, you formally spoke about the sons of Prachini Barhi and informed me that they satisfied the Supreme Lord by chanting a song composed by Lord Shiva. What did they achieve in this way? So now anyway, Prachini Barhi got liberated, means he attained perfection. Now Vidura is trying to inquire about their children because they are all descendant from Dhruva Maharaj. So here Prabhupada is writing, in the beginning Maitreya Rishi narrated the activities of the sons of Prajni Barhi. These sons went besides a great lake which was like an ocean. Unfortunately, finding Lord Shiva, they learned how to satisfy the personality of Godhead by chanting the song composed by Lord Shiva. Now their fathers attachment for fruitive activities was disapproved by Narada, who therefore kindly instructed Prajni Barhi by telling him the allegory story of Puranjana. Now Vidura again wanted to hear about Prajni Barhi's son, and he was especially inquisitive to know what they achieved by satisfying Supreme Lord. Here the words Siddhim Apu or achieved perfection are very important. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yadati Siddhe. Out of many millions of people, one may be interested in learning how to attain success in spiritual life. The supreme success is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Mamapitya punarjanma dukhalamishashvatam napnunti mahatmanam samsiddhim paramam gatim. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world full of miseries. So this is the highest perfection. Now Maitra is and is telling, my dear Bharaspatya, what did the sons of King Barhishta, known as Prachesada, obtain meeting after meeting Lord Shiva, who is very dear to Supreme Lord, the bestower of liberation? Certainly, they were transferred to the spiritual world, but apart from that, what did they obtain within this material world, either in this life or in other lives? So, here it is very important to understand what is the benefit of meeting a spiritual master. This I will tell you some means we want to progress in bhakti. So there are certain things, especially meeting a saintly person, meeting guru. How does it make a difference? So there are some technical things which will be very interesting to understand. I will try to explain for you. So this guru principle in astrology is actually Jupiter in the Vedic astrology. So astrology, yoga, Ayurveda are useful only when aligned with life's ultimate goal, finding unconditional love and happiness. So without bhakti, na, all spiritual practices are like adoring a dead body only. They're useless without life force of love. That's why uh, a- any activity which is there should be in karma, jnana, yoga, bhakti should be always be there, right? Now we will try to understand this about uh, the way to receive knowledge. Very nice. Uh, step. Sorry. So, so there is information which clutters the mind, while knowledge through the guru touches the heart. So this is the main difference. Because true knowledge creates emotional response and desires for life transformation. And even when information cannot seems minimal, sorry, information content seems minimal actually. It does not have much transformation. And heart to heart connection with Guru is what transforms real understanding. So if you see, there is planet Jupiter which represents Guru. This is a planet of wisdom. So respect for teacher strengthens Jupiter's strength in astrological chart. And Jupiter represents spiritual wisdom, harmony, balance, religiosity, dharma, and following one's nature and good luck. So this is actually what is important to know, that Jupiter symbolizes selfless activity, charity, and giving concern for others' welfare. So all these things actually is for the uh, and social activity. So Jupiter indicates ninth, fifth, second, 10,000. I'm not trying to tell astrology, but I am telling what benefits are there when we respect Guru. So now, uh, like Jupiter carries vital energy and enthusiasm. It is strong Jupiter creates optimism. Weak Jupiter creates pessimism and hate. So this is the most important thing to understand. So, so what is happening is that that controls the flow of prana in the body also. So, and another thing is uh, a teacher who does not blink, animishcharya it is called. It is represents the principle of conscious and inner watchful eye that is there in our. So indicates the ability to introspection and self-evaluation. And why I'm telling you'll understand all these things. So chakshu means eyes. It represents the intuitive ability to see inner or hidden reality. So these are all actually meaning of Jupiter. Buddha means it is Brihaspati also, Jiva also, Animishcharya also, Chakshu also. These are all name of Guru only, the planet. Now what happens if you see the story of Indra? He offended Brihaspati. When Indra remained seated, when his Guru came and failing to show proper respect, Indra realized his mistake and immediately demigod lost everything. Now, what is the understanding behind it? What exactly happens if Guru comes and if we are not standing? What is the danger in it? That we try to understand. So, here, insulting Guru, the principle allows demonic tendency to overcome divine tendencies within us. This is the first thing. And evolutionary forces are defeated by destructive forces when proper guru relationship is violated. So we are the destructive forces within us. So every day, why we have to do this prayer to Guru and all. So that's why the Guru is the Krishna is telling, I am actually the Guru and should never be treated with disrespect, should never be seen as mere mortal. Now, what are the consequences? This is what I want to tell today. This is a very important thing. What happens at physical level when you disrespect the Guru? It deprives one of wealth, strength, patience, endurance, and reason, and future lives also. This is deprivation will happen all this. When teacher enters, you please understand. When teachers enters into the place, whenever you see a teacher, your guru, immediately na prana naturally rises in the body. When you see guru, prana rises. Now, when we remain seated, it creates a conflict in the flow of vital energy. That's why when teacher enters, traditionally we have to stand up and offer obeisances. So standing up and offering obeisances when teacher comes are a great personality because seeing them prana is rising. So principle of respect for seniority is very important. So respect for elders and parents is fundamental. So society without this principle is considered doomed only. So modern civilization has destroyed natural reverence for teacher. So this is having a problem. Means that is creating problem for everyone. And now what is happening is disrespecting. This is subconscious programming is happening at a certain level. Now what happens by this? By disrespecting the subconsciously, what is happening is uh, respecting teacher programs the subconscious to respect wisdom and authority. This is the most important thing. I'll try to share the screen for you here. So when Prachetas made Lord Shiva, it is about Guru. So I thought I will just. So consequences of disrespecting Guru, because we know when we respect what benefits we get. That's why I'm talking about disrespecting. So when you disrespect, deprive one of wealth, strength, patience, endurance, reason, and in this and future lives also. When teacher enters, prana is rising. So then naturally, if we stand up, it is good. If we are not standing, there is a conflict of vital energy within the body. And the principle of respect for seniority. So what is happening is this is elders and all is fundamental in Vedic culture. So society without this principle is considered doomed. And modern civilization has destroyed natural reverence for teacher. So you can sue your father also. In America, you can call the police if your father is chastising or beating you. So people consider that oh, very advancement. No, it is actually sign of a destitute country. You are destroying your own consciousness because teacher represent wisdom symbolically in our mind, and respecting teachers programs the subconscious to respect wisdom and authority. Now, disrespecting teacher programs rejection of wisdom and advice, and this creates a destructive pattern of conscious rejection of guidance. So people are without guidance. That is the reason if you see why there are so many psychological problems. You know, 60% of the people in America they are taking psychiatric medicine, and especially this number is more in elderly people. Almost 90% of elderly people they take this medicine cycle. Why? Because it is damaging their consciousness, their psyche, and they are not able to take any authority, guidance, wisdom. So this is rejection of wisdom and advice. and they're emotionally they are becoming very weak. So this is actually Guru Chandala Yoga when Jupiter and Rahu are together in horoscope. That means this person is don't want any authority and respects. So it represents disrespect for authority, rejection of guidance, and deep ingratitude. So this is astrological combination many people have Jupiter and Rahu. So when what happens when we reject Guru? We see the positive things also because elders and gurus prevent us from enjoying material pleasures. They impose unwanted experience and advice, which we all feel like that. And another thing is the guru is seen as the main obstacle for material happiness. To enjoy freely, we feel compelled to reject their authority. And at spiritual level, desire to remove God. So this is at uh, different levels, at the physical level and subconscious level. Now at the spiritual level, uh, there is Fed's complex. This is a desire to kill father to enjoy mother. So Oedipus complex. This is called. This is actually symbolic representation to desire to remove God to freely exploit material nature because material nature is like mother and the Lord is father. So if father is there in front of me, if father is there, how can you enjoy mother? So they want to kill. So this is the tendency. Actually, this tendency is there. Like I will just uh, yeah, here I cannot write in this. So here what happens is if you see Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, and Arjuna, three of them they believe in Krishna as God. Arjuna is is willing to serve and be happy. Dhritarashtra's attachment are not allowing him. He feels if Krishna is God, why he is showing partiality? Why he is not supporting my sons? And no, he should be equal to Pandavas and Kauravas. And Duryodhana outright he don't want. He said, okay, whatever. I'm least bothered. Even he's God also. That means the exploitative mentality is so much there. So you remove God to freely exploit material energy. So all the scientists, no, they want to prove that there is no God. If there is no God, then you are free to exploit this material energy. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, I am the seed giving father. Material energy is mother. So we should, and this is actually Oedipus complexity. Want to remove God from the picture. Now, Guru as God's representative. So the Guru principle is our in our life is God Himself. Sakshat Dharitvena Samasta Shastra. So God is the original teacher who comes to us through Guru. So Bhagavatam says even a life time equal to Brahma's is insufficient to repay the Guru. So the Guru cleanses impurities from the heart, both externally and internally. So understanding this verse means one's life was a success. So now, when a person is sincerely trying to search for the truth and happiness, God answers through Guru. So if we recognize the and gratefully accept this answer, all dirt is cleansed from our heart, and when we then can clearly see the path beyond the limited material world. So, and Vesti Guru and Samishti Guru is the principle of Guru localized in a specific person, and Samishti is the universal, original Guru principle. That means, we can have many Siksha Gurus. Like, now God acts through Guru. When proper relationship is established, God gives advice through dreams and guidance. God compensates and provides needs, wisdom through various means. And this is a very nice understanding. Actually, few more things. The concept of faith in that relative nature of the Guru is one in whom we have faith. Without faith, someone cannot be our Guru and cannot teach us. Please try to hear. There are very important points that are coming about Guru. We will only see flaw instead of qualities if you don't have faith. Faith is the ability to see God in someone. Now, origin of Brahaspati, how he came, the son of Angira and Shraddha. Angira is son of fire. He represents mind. And Shraddha means faith, also called Vasudha, one who endows wealth. So faith brings both material and spiritual wealth. It's like that. So we should have Angirasa and Shraddha. So if we have faith, it is bringing both material. Now intelligent faith, not blind faith. This is another important. So true Guru relationship requires both fire, intelligent mind and faith, buddhi and Shraddha, both. Faith should not be contracted with reason. Like it's not that blind faith. I don't use any reasoning only. Like my mother was telling, oh, we should have blind faith. I said, no, it's not blind faith. You should use intelligence. So this is actually what is promoted many times. Oh, just have to believe, just have to believe. And this is other Abrahamic religion also. Just have faith. No, reason. Faith must be fiery or meaningful, intelligent, not blind. So this is now faith based on scriptures. So this is a definition from Bhagavad Gita and Markandeya Purana. I will not go, but there are we have very less time. There is few more things I want to cover. This guru is an interpreter, not an improviser. This is an important understanding that eloquent people can hypnotize with words and put listeners in trance. This does not mean the guru principle is working. True guru connection requires faith purified by the fire of mind. So must be connected to scriptural authority, not just some motivational speaker. Motivational speaker is not guru. Guru is one who is connecting us to spiritual authority. That person is guru. And now in the science require precision. So Vedic culture is a science. It also requires precision, not improvisation. So real guru is an interpreter like classical music, not jazz improviser. So freedom for creativity exists, but within clear boundaries. So must accurately convey. That means I cannot speak whatever I want. I cannot improvisation. I just have to be just as it is. So it is just interpretation, no improvisation. So must convey the authority's message, not rush off somewhere. So we just have to, as it is, I am reading, that's as it is, that's all. So results, so here the results from mantras, holy places, serving brahmanas, worshipping God, consulting astrology, Ayurvedic medicine, and guru contact, all depends on one's faith. So Shraddha, this is the most important thing. Now the last part is the most important thing. Qualification of guru. Student must test. This is very important. Please try to hear attentively this part. Just believing in someone does not make them qualified guru, first thing. And minimum qualification must be met. And student must observe for at least 1 year, not just, okay, I saw the first time and now I am accepting as guru. No, you observe him. You understand his qualities, his mood. Must watch, observe, check his words corresponding to scriptures, must observe their own heart's reaction to the teacher. Now, this three things are just important. Two aspects of absolute truth, Shabda Brahma and Parabrahma. Now, Shabda Brahma Nishnata means Guru should be expert in scriptures. So must know Shabda Brahma thoroughly expert in explaining scriptures and their logic. So this is, please try to understand. He should know scriptures properly. He should explain them logically. Can dispel doubts by introducing students on scriptural logic, and this criteria is easily verified. So we can know, okay, he knows this person is guru or not. We can know by this first Shabda Brahma Nishnatam is the first criteria to know guru, and it is easily verified whether he is able to give a proper answer. And the second one is most important. This is Parabrahman Nishnatam. This is personal spiritual experience. So what we should do see in Guru must have personal spiritual experience and contact with God. Cannot be merely a theoretist. They just not theoretically explaining. And most important thing must be have knowledge and see the truth. Tattvadarshi. This is very difficult to verify because it's Tattvadarshi. But another thing is the next one, which is easy to verify. That is Upasamashraya. That is peaceful and content. This is most important thing. Visible criterion to test spiritual experience must be peaceful without obvious anger, excessive desires or greed, and should appear satisfied and happy. That means he should not criticize. Nindadi shunyam hidamipsita samgalabdya. He should never criticize anyone. If Guru is criticizing, see, when criticism comes, when our heart is hollow, no? If heart does not have anything, then only we criticize others, because we want to prove that I am better than this person. So this tendency comes when I am not having anything in my heart. My heart is not satisfied. So then when I criticize others to show that I am better than him, that's why this mentality comes of criticizing others, fault finding, and trying to tell negative about somebody to others. But if my heart is satisfied in serving Krishna and all these activities, then I will never criticize only others. So this is one of the most important criteria. Guru never criticizes anyone because he is completely satisfied in the heart by his practice and his connection to Krishna, his love for Krishna. So this is the criteria, and three functions of Guru. This is what is first is he learns the essence, quintessence of this ability to affirm us in this understanding. Their words inspire, and it changes the life of the person, and then he personally follows. So now, can judge if Guru principle works through a person by observing their students. So this is another important criteria, that if students seriously apply sublime spiritual principles without compromise, it confirms the Guru's authenticity, that how this Guru is by seeing the disciples. He is able to change the heart of the disciples, then he is a Guru. So true transformation in student life is an additional criteria. If you are not having others, you can see the disciples. If he is having disciples who are very seriously practicing, then yes, it is working. And true peace is he does not criticize others, no obsessive desire to put others down to elevate oneself, no constant need to argue, deny others, or prove their own righteousness. These are all for Guru only. Desire to positively elevate people, and these signs distinguish genuine peace from imitated peace. That means internally is very peaceful. Externally, I can fake peace. But internally, what is my state? That can be known with the actions. And once genuine connection with Guru is established, students should see the Guru principle manifesting through many people. So can recognize how Guru teaches through various people, not just one teacher. So life becomes a school with many teachers. So it is said that, okay, we'll take some other time. We'll continue with our purport. So here, Prachetas, they got the association of Narada Muni. And everything is working because Lord Shiva is the original Guru. So they really had benefit. So here, Vidura is asking Maitreya, after meeting Lord Shiva, who is very dear to Supreme Lord, the bestower of liberation, certainly they were transferred to the spiritual world. But apart from that, what did they obtain within the material world, either in this life or in other lives? So, and Prabhupada is writing that all types of material happiness are obtained in this life, next life, on this planet or another planet. The living entity wanders within the metal universe in so many species of life and so many planetary systems. The distress and happiness obtained during the span of life are called iha. The distress and happiness obtained in the life are paratara. Actually, Shiva is one of the great demigods within the material world. Generally, his blessings bestow on ordinary people means material happiness. The predominating deity of this material world, Durga, is under the control of Lord Mahadev, Girisha. Thus, Lord Mahadev can offer anyone any kind of material happiness. Generally, people prefer to become devotees of Girisha to obtain material happiness, but Prachetas met Lord Mahadev by providential arrangement. Lord Mahadev instructed them to worship the Supreme Lord and he personally offered a prayer, as stated in the previous verse. Simply by chanting the prayers, the Prachetas were transferred to spiritual world. So, this is how much powerful Lord Shiva is. Sometimes devotees desire to enjoy material happiness also. Therefore, by arrangement, Supreme Lord, the devotee is given a chance to enjoy material world before his final entrance into spiritual world. So people, sometimes devotees want to go to Janaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka. But however, a pure devotee never aspires for any kind of material happiness. Pure devotee is consequently transferred directly to Vaikuntha. In this verse, Vidaraj Maitreya, this one. So now Maitreya is answering. Prachetaso antar uddhado pitru adeshakarinaha japayajnena tapasa puranjanam atoshayan. The great sage Maitreya said, the sons of King Prachni Barhi, known as Prachetas, underwent severe austerities within the sea water to carry out the orders of their father. By chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva, they were able to satisfy the Supreme Lord. So this is Prabhupada writing nice point. He says that one can offer prayers to Supreme Personality of God directly, but if one repeats the prayers offered by great devotees like Shiva or Brahma, or if one follows the footsteps of great personalities, one can please the Supreme Lord very easily. Actually, prayer comes when the heart is soft or when the heart has some feelings for Krishna, the prayer comes. So whenever we see the photo or form of the Lord anywhere, immediately prayer will come in the heart. If the heart is having that feeling for Krishna, anytime suddenly you are seeing the status of your friend and you saw he has kept the deity photo, immediately we want to offer prayers because you are feeling for that person Krishna. So whenever we see the person Krishna, immediately you have something to say in the heart because heart is soft for him. There is attachment for him. If that is not happening, we have to pray for that. When will that day come? Whenever I see Krishna, I get a feeling to offer a prayer for him. What happens sometimes you just wanted to somebody keeps I hide most of the state. Only few people who give only deity photos I keep them. And now we want to skip. Okay, I know this darshan. I took this darshan. We should feel for the Lord all the time. The prayer should come. So that is important. And here Brahma Samhita prayer proportionally. Because this prayer was offered by Lord Brahma, we follow him by reciting this prayer. This is the easiest way to satisfy the Supreme Lord. The pure devotees never attempt to reach the Supreme Lord directly. The most important way to worship the Lord is go through disciplic succession. The prayers offered by Lord Shiva to the Supreme Lord are thus repeated by Prachetas. So this is the mood of Lord Shiva. So we want to get the mood of the acharyas who are singing and offering. Then we repeat their prayers and Vaishnava bhajans. According to Madhvacharya, the living entity is called Puranjana because he has become an inhabitant of this material world. That's why they are called Puranjana. And next verse it is Dashavarsha Sahasrante Purushastu Sanatanah Tesham Avirbhuta Krichram Shantena Samayanrucha. At the end of 10,000 years of severe austerities performed by Pracheta, Supreme Lord, to reward their austerities, appeared before them in his very pleasing form. This appealed to the Prachetas and satisfied the labor of their austerities. So 10,000 years they did tapasya. So now when Narada Muni, he read all the scriptures, and after reading scriptures, he was not completely satisfied. So then he starts performing. He could not understand much, so he thought, let me perform austerities. So he performed austerities for 10,000 years, and after that he hears a voice from the Akash. He says that आराधितुं यदि हरि तपसा ततः किं नाराधितुं यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम् अंतर्बहिश्च यदि हरि तपसा ततः किं न अंतर्बहि यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम्. He says, if you are a devotee of Krishna, what is the use of austerities? And if you are not a devotee of Krishna, what is the use of austerities? And if you are seeing Krishna inside and outside, what is the use of austerities? And if you are not seeing Krishna in and out, what is the use of austerities? And Narada felt very bad. 10,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 celestial years, that means demigod years I did tapasya. After that I come to hear this, that what is the use of tapasya? So he goes to Brahma and he says, my dear father, please explain what is this. I did 1,000 years of tapasya. So Brahma says, yeah, that's right only. But you yourself did tapasya, right? Then Brahma explains that if Lord is already within your heart, then no need of any tapasya. If we are not having Lord, then what is the point? If we are not a devotee of Krishna, then what is the use of tapasya? And then if you are seeing the Lord within and everywhere, then no need of any tapasya. And if you are not seeing him, then also no need of tapasya. So then Kumara asked Brahma, then what about we should do Ekadasi and so many other austerities are there. What about them? Should we do or not? Then Brahma says that yes, we should do all these austerities to attract the mercy of Lord. But otherwise, this tapasya in themselves don't make much. Of course, it helps in cleaning the heart to some extent, in the sense it makes the mind in Sattva-guna. It brings mind in Sattva-guna, but it does not guarantee bhakti. That is the point. So by tapasya we cannot get bhakti, but we can make our mind calm, which helps in focusing on the Lord. But the devotional feeling is very important in the end. Even though I may have very clean heart, clean mind, like yogis, but they are not interested in Krishna. They are interested in liberation only. Why? Because they don't have the devotion. They just enter into Brahmajyoti. To enter into Brahmajyoti, your heart should be completely clean. So their heart is clean only, right? But that heart does not have devotion in them. So that is the point. So our austerities is to develop the devotion for the Lord. So here they did 10,000 years of tapasya. And what reason Lord gives, you see, for his appearance. Performing 10,000 years of severity does not seem a happy endeavor. At the devotees, the serious students of spiritual life,
undergo such austerities to attain the favor of Lord. At that time, when the duration of life was very long, people could undergo severe austerities for thousands of years. And no, Valmiki did 60,000 years. And the Supreme Lord appreciated the austerities undergone by Prachetas and he finally appeared. Thus, they all become satisfied and forgot the austerities they underwent. And now, Prabhupada says, in this material world, if one is successful after hard labor, he is very pleased. Similarly, devotees forget all labor and austerities as soon as contact Supreme Lord. So, Dhruva went 6 months of austerities. And Swamin Katat Goswami was completely satisfied. So, these austerities are performed in Satya Treta Dwapar, but not in this Kali. So, Prabhupada says, in this Kali Yuga, one can attain the result simply by chanting. No need of austerities. The Lord is kind enough to give them the easiest method. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, one can attain the same results. However, as Lord Chaitanya points out, we are so unfortunate that we are not even attracted to chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Suparnaskandam arudho meru sangam ivambudah pītavāsa mani grava kurvan vittimayirtishaha. The personality of Godhead appearing on the shoulders of Garuda seemed like a cloud resting on the summit of mountains known as Meru. The transcendental body of Supreme Lord was covered by attractive yellow garments, and his neck was decorated with jewels known as Kaustubhamani. The bodily effulgence of Lord dissipated all darkness of the universe. So Krishna Surya Saman Maya hi Andakar, Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. The Lord is just like the effulgent sun. Consequently, whenever the Supreme Lord is present, there cannot be darkness. Actually, this dark universe is illuminated by sun, but the sun and moon simply reflect the bodily effulgence of the Lord. And next verse says, the Lord's face was very beautiful, and his head was decorated with shining helmet and golden ornaments. The helmet was dazzling and was very beautiful, situated on his head. The Lord has 8 arms, with each held a particular weapon. The Lord was surrounded by demigods, great sages, and their other associates. These were all engaged in his service. Garuda, the carrier of the Lord, glorified the Lord with Vedic hymns by flapping his wings. Garuda appeared to be an inhabitant of the planet known as Kinnaraloka. So Garuda's wing actually are when he flaps the wings, the Samaveda hymns are coming. So like people while traveling in the car, they play music. Where did this tendency come while traveling to play music? It came from Lord only. Lord also hears music. Samaveda hymns. When he's sitting on Garuda, when the Garuda is flapping his wings, the Samaveda hymns are coming. So that's how we also got the tendency. So here, and now every time when Lord appears, the Lord's form is glorified because he appears different style. Sometimes it's the same, but the description will be different because that is the realization of devotee. It's not just if you remember the second canto when the 10 topics of Bhagavatam are mentioned, Atra Sarga Visargasya Sthanam Poshan Hutaya Manvantari Ishan Kata Nirodham, then it is said that Dashamascha Vishuddhatam Navaname Lakshanam Shrutena Arthena Cha Anjasa. Shrutena and Arthena. So by narration of stories and prayers. So this is how we understand Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is not just stories. What is speciality? You hear so many prayers are there Bhagavatam compared to other Puranas and Mahabharata. Bhagavatam has so many prayers. Why? Because that is how we understand Lord. This is the direct experience of the Lord when they are seeing the Lord. So direct experience of the devotees. So that makes so much difference when we hear from them. The prayers, especially Kunti is offering prayers, and everyone's prayers is connected to certain things. Brahma is praying, he will see in terms of the creation part. Bhishma is seeing, he's seeing Krishna as warrior. Kunti is seeing, she is seeing as his compassion, mercy. So everybody relates to the Lord the way he is reciprocating in their life, like that. So here, that's why the form which Pratishta are getting a different form. And Prabhupada is writing, generally Vishnu is manifest in four hands, holding four objects. However, here Vishnu is described as possessing 8 arms with 8 weapons. According to Viragvacharya, the conch shell and lotus flowers are also accepted as weapons. Since the Lord is supreme controller, whatever is in his hand can be considered a weapon. 4 hands hold 4 kinds of weapons, and extra hands, 4 hands hold an arrow, bow, trident, and snake. Viragvacharya describes the 8 weapons as Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Sharanga, Sara, etc. So the king is always accompanied by ministers. So Lord is also accompanied by his followers. He is never alone. He is always with his associates. And now Garuda is from Kinnaral planet. The inhabitants of Kinnar planet have the same features as Garuda. Their bodily features are like that, those of human beings, but they have wings. So Kinnar Loka people have wings. The word, they don't need any uh, flights to take off. They have their own chartered planes. They have their own wings. They just fly. The word Gita Kirtihi indicates that the inhabitants of Kinnara Loka are very expert in singing the glories of Lord. In Brahma Samhita it said, Jagat Ananda Koti Sasheshu Sudhadi Vibhuti Pinnam. So in each and every universe there are different types of planet and each planet have distinctive features. On the strength of this verse, we can understand that in Kinnaraloka, the inhabitants can fly with their wings. There is also a planet known as Siddhaloka, where the inhabitants can fly even without wings. That is Siddhaloka planet. That is much higher level. This Kinnaraloka is at the Bhumandala only, but the Siddhaloka is above heavenly planets. Thus, each and every planet has some distinctive facility. This is the beauty of the varied creation of the Supreme Lord. And what is the beauty of this Bharatavarsha, where we are staying? The beauty, the most important of all the places in the universe, this is the best place. Why? This is Karma Bhumi. Other places are where your karma is getting exhausted, you are enjoying. Here we create karma. So where we want to go, how we are doing, based on that we get it. So that's why this place is very special place compared to others. And from here we can get directly to the spiritual world, which may not be possible in other planets because you don't have the opportunity to, like that association, do bhakti sadhana. This is only possible in Bhuloka, most favorable. That's why we see all the great sages, they are in Bhuloka only compared to others. They go to others, but they come back Bhuloka. This is the best place where we are staying. So around even the demigods, if you in the fifth canto it is coming, demigods also pray that we want to take birth in Bhuloka. So this is so even all the great sages, all the great ashramas, everything are there here. Around the neck of personality of Godhead hung a flower garland that reached his knees. His 8 stout and elongated arms were decorated with the garland, which challenged the beauty of goddess the fortune. With a merciful glance and a voice like thunder, the Lord addressed the sons of King Prajnavarshad, who were very much surrendered upon unto him. So here Lord is appearing, and then now Lord says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Varam Vinidham Badram Vo Yuyam Menapanandana Sauhardena Pratakdharmas Tushtoham Suhrudenava. So this is the most important thing. You see, Lord is not interested in austerities. What is interested? My dear sons of king, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationship among you. You see, this is the most important. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction to me. He is not telling, I am very pleased with your austerity. He is telling, I am very pleased with your friendship. So this is more pleasing to the Lord. Austerity is also sometimes Lord say, I am very pleased with your austerities. Because even Brahma says the benefit, the highest blessings we can get by our austerity is darshan of Lord. Lord himself is actually. So he tells to Brahma actually. When Brahma first time gets darshan of Lord says to Brahma, Are any benefit anybody is going to get by uh, the highest benefit? You may say, My dear Lord, I want to get married, my dear Lord, I want to have children, my dear Lord, I want to have this. So many things you ask. And what is the highest benediction? Darshan of Lord. That is the highest. So instead of asking here, there, you just have to worship ask the darshan of Lord. Since the sons of King Prachini Barishit were all united in Krishna consciousness, the Lord was very pleased with them. Each and every one of the sons of King Prachini Barishit was an individual soul, but they were united in offering transcendental service to the Lord. The unity of the individual souls attempting to satisfy Supreme Lord or rendering service to Lord is real unity. So other unity is not real unity. United Nations is not at all unity. In the metal world, such unity is not possible. Even though people may officially unite, they all have different interests. The United Nations, for instance, all the nations have their particular national ambitions and consequently they cannot be united. Disunity between individual soul is so strong within the material world that even in a society of Krishna conscious members sometimes appear disunited due to their having different opinion and learning toward leaning towards material things. So actually in Krishna conscious there cannot be two opinions. Prabhupada is telling very nice point. There is only one goal, to serve Krishna to one's best ability. If there is some disagreement over service, such disagreement is to be taken as spiritual. Those who are actually engaged in service of Supreme Lord cannot be disunited in any circumstances. This makes the Supreme Lord very happy and willing to award all kinds of benedictions to his devotees, as indicated in this verse. We can see that the Lord is immediately prepared to award all benedictions to the sons of King Parachini Parshad. So, anybody has any questions? We have 4 minutes. If we don't, then we'll take this. This loka is one of the in Bhumandala only. These lokas are there. They are not in the higher planets. Kim Purushloka, Kinnar Loka. They are at the Bhumandala level. Exactly. Maybe we can ask in our fifth canto. Okay, we'll just take one last verse. यो न स्मरन्ति श्रद्धयायां युष्मान् अनुदिनं नरः तस्य भारत दृष्ट्वा आत्मसाम्यं तथा भूतेषु सौहृदम्. He says that the Lord continued, those who remember you every evening of the day will become friendly with their brothers and with all other living entities. So if you want to have good relation with your brothers and sisters, remember Prachetas every evening. This is Lord's benediction. Etumam Rudra Gitena Sayam Prata Samadita Tushvat Aham Kama Varna Dasye Pragnam Chashobhanam. It says that those who will offer me the prayers composed by Lord Shiva both in the morning and evening will be given benediction by me. In this way, they can both fulfill their desires and attain good intelligence. This is actually true with all, whatever prayer is offered, like Kunti Maharani prayers, Bhishma prayers, good intelligence Lord will give, and their desires are also fulfilled. So this is specifically Lord is mentioning, but without mentioning also that is also true. By hearing Kunti's prayers, by Bhishma's prayers, also people's heart are changed, right? So good intelligence means what? Going back home, back to God. That's what Prabhupada says. Tesham satyayuktanam bhajatam pritibhum dadami buddhi yogam tam. So that you can come to me. Yenamam upayantite. So one who offers prayers to Lord to fulfill his desires, different desires, must be known, must know that the highest perfectional fulfillment of desire is to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is parampara system, Prabhupada writing that we should understand this concept very clearly. Yes, यूयं पितृ आदेशम् अग्रशीत् मूढान्विता अतो वा उसति कीर्तिर्लोकान् अनुभविष्यति. Because you have with pleasure accepted within your heart the orders of your father and have executed those orders very faithfully, your attractive qualities will be celebrated all over the world. So Lord is giving them blessings in this way. So sometimes unintelligent men ask why one is put in a miserable condition even though everyone is under the control of Supreme Lord. And the answer is because of his minute independence, he disobey the order of Lord. If he obeys Lord, he becomes happy. So therefore, the living entity creates his own happiness and unhappiness, and the Lord therefore bless the sons of King Prajnaparsha because they obeyed their father's orders. They will be happy. Okay, if no questions, comments, we'll end here. Thank you all very much. ग्रंथ Srimad Bhagavatam की जय. Srila Prabhupada की जय.